Hey everyone, it's me, Joe from Team Dark Magic Attack. Just thought I'd go ahead and go over my most recent Dark Magician profile I've been using for the past month or two here. It's been pretty good to me for the most part. Just last night I got wrecked, so that really sucked. I just really bad hands. My last match just sucked. But other than that, like yeah, I've been playing this for like 2 months and it's been pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead, go over with the monsters. So start off, 2 Dark Magicians. That's all you need. I don't know how many times I have to do these profiles to tell you, hey, you don't need 3. You can bring it down to 1 if you want, but I think for this build in particular, 2's great. 2 red eyes. So this deck is basically like a Dragoon Turbo. So I'm playing 2 red eyes. They're bricks, but hey, you need them. Playing 1 red eyes Black Meteor Dragon. This card, I don't normally use it to summon him, but you can discard a vanilla, so you can put red eyes in the graveyard or Dark Magician. Special him, he becomes a level 7 when he's on the field. So then you could XE summon if you want. So if you dump red eyes Black Dragon, special him, so you got Dark Magician on the field, or maybe another red eyes. XE's into your red eyes, XE's monster, detach, bring back another red eyes, and then if you have like secrets or, whatever on the field to, fuse them again, you can have like 2 Dragoons. But the graveyard effect is what really matters for me. You can use Red Eye's Insight, which, I'll explain that here, but you can send him to the graveyard and then bring Ref to your hand. And then the following turn, you can banish him. And then say if your Ref, is in the graveyard, you can bring it back to your hand, or you can bring another one from the deck to your hand. So you can just banish and recycle your Red Eyes Fusion. Even if you already have like Dragoon on the field or whatever, you can bring it back for like a discard if needed. So one of him. Only 1 rod. I think 1's fine, 2's okay. 3's just too bricky. I mean, 90% of the time he gets ashed anyway for your searching, but I think 1's fine, so you can do like an Artemis, or the off chance you can get your Secrets or Eternal Soul, or, whatever your Soul Servant is probably what you want to search for the most part with him. But, yeah, 1's fine. 1's fine. 2 Magician Souls. If you don't know what this does, you've been living under a rock for the past like year or so. What this does is you can send 1 level 6 or higher spellcaster to the graveyard. You can either special summon a Dark Magician or Girl from graveyard, or special summon this. So it's a great way just to get Dark Magician and graveyard on field. And then, like I said, you can special summon him. So you can, and he has an on field effect where you can pop up to like, I guess, send your 1 up to 2 spell or traps. Sorry, I'm stuttering. Up to 2 spells and traps, and then you can draw. So if you have like a really bad hand, special him or normal him if you want to, whatever, and then you can send those cards and draw 2. It helps out, especially like, if you, like I said, if you just have a really bad hand, especially like to start out with or something. So, and then you can like link them off to like Link Karibo or Anima, depending on what you're playing. 2 Illusion of Chaos. This has been pretty good at 2. Unfortunately, I'm not running preps. I think if I would have to switch something up, maybe I'd try to squeeze in a couple preps or so, just so I can see him a little better. But what he does is, you reveal him, you search for a Dark Magician or a monster that mentions it, add him to your hand, and you can put 1 card back. So if you open up with like 2 Dark Magicians, or you don't want any Dark Magicians in hand anyway, but you can put it back on top of your deck, so then you don't have them in your hand. You can use them to send for like Ref or something, whatever. He does have an effect if you do special summon him, or ritual summon, I should say. If an opponent uses a monster effect, you can negate it and send him back to your hand or whatever. And then if you do that, you can special summon Dark Magician. I've never summoned him, really, maybe a few times here and there, just because if I had to, but I usually just end up putting him back on top of my deck. So there's that. I'm running one Ecclesia, one Fleur. Um, this is just a nice little engine to kind of help out a little bit. And Dark Magician just there's no really good like starter cards per se. And like sometimes if you just get Ash like with Rod, you can't, or like Ref or whatever, you can't really do a whole lot. So like I like the Dogmatica just because like it's pretty consistent for the most part. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest thing ever, but it has a little bit of a kick to it. So you can special summon actually both of these if there's an extra deck monster on the field. If she's special summoned, you can add him to your hand, and then he can special summon him. And then if you control Ecclesia, you can just negate a monster's effect on the field. And then when he's on the field and they attack, you can give them 500 attack points, and that stacks. So 500 like every turn if you attack. So it's nice. They're also spellcasters. They're light monsters too. So if you need them for like Master of Chaos's effect or something, they're light monsters. So they got that going for them too. I just put Ghost Spells in like literally the other day, and they've been pretty good, especially like with this format, with Snake Eyes and Fire Kings, because that's what majority of my locals is playing. So I just put them in, and it works out pretty well. Playing 2 Ashes. Ash is pretty much the best generic hand trap, so, and it's great. And I do run cross out, spoiler, but it comes in pretty good. I played 2 Drolls. I don't know if I want to keep these in right now. A lot of people have taken Drolls out of their decks, like especially at my locals. Like I was getting Drolled forever, like months ago, and now like nobody's using Drolls. So I might take them out, or maybe even like side them or something. I'll have to figure out what I'm cooking. I'm not entirely sure how I want to change this up, but I think it's fine for now. So that's it for the monsters. Next up is spells. So, one Secrets of Dark Magic. Like, I don't understand why people play 2 of these, or even 3. One's fine, you can search it with Soul Servant. If you need it back, you can, stack it back from the graveyard with Soul Servant. You can search it with Rod if you need it. I actually, the other day, last night, I drew my opening hand with Dark Magician and Red Eyes, and I had Rod, so I just played Rod, grabbed this, excuse me, and then just went right into the Dragoon. So, yeah, one's all you need. One Circle, just for the banish effect, just in case, because it's an okay backup plan. When you reveal the top 3, you can get a Dark Magician or a Spell or Trap, but 90% of the time you don't even hit. So, like I said, it's good to have on the field, and it's also like good Ash bait. So you play and people Ash it or whatever. So, 2 Soul Servants. This is like one of the best cards in the world for Dark Magician. You get to stack your deck. You get to pick like any Dark Magician card, put it on the top, and then depending on if you have Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, and then any of the Palladium monsters, you can banish this and then draw depending on how many you have in the field or graveyard. I'm just playing Dark Magician, so I just get the 1 draw. I do kind of miss having Girl in the graveyard to get 2 draws, but I just really tight on deck space, so took her out. But this is an amazing card. Playing 3 refs. This is the GOAT. Once again, this is like a Dragoon Turbo deck, so playing Red Eyes Fusion, I want to try to get Dragoon out as quick as possible. I mean, yes, it does get ashed a lot, but that's just how the game goes. What are you going to do about it, right? I'm only playing 2 Insights. I mean, you can play 3 if you want. The only reason why I'm playing 2 is just because of the Red Eyes Meteor Dragon. It just kind of recycles Ref, so I just feel 2 is fine. 1 Terraforming, and then I'm playing 2 Secret Villages. I try to get this out as quick as possible with Dragoon, and then like right there, like it shuts down pretty much almost any deck for the most part. I haven't played against some of the newer decks just yet. I haven't played against Voiceless yet, so I'm not sure how that affects. I think they're all fairies, if I'm not mistaken. Well, the ritual monster's warrior, I think. And then that low, I think she's a fairy. So like this might work against them. But I like this better than Salvation. Salvation's just good to set Eternal Soul, but in the end, like this Secret Village is just way better in my opinion. I am playing 2 crossout designators. This is basically for the ashes and the drolls and stuff like that. So hopefully I can keep going with my combos and not, get stopped. Part of me wants to kind of put 1 more in, but I don't know if that's just overkill or not. So I don't know. We'll see. 3 Nadir Servants. Basically, for the Dogmatika engine, you send an extra deck monster to the graveyard, add Ecclesia, then you can special summon Ecclesia, get Fleur, and go through all that. But then, for the rest of the turn, you can't special summon monsters from the extra deck, or the turn after. So, like, yeah. So this kind of sucks because it locks you out, but, I mean, it gets you your piece, and then you can, like I said, you can send one from extra deck to graveyard. So, depending on what you send, could help you out a lot. So, and then I'm playing 1 Magical Eyes. This was like an iffy and ballsy one to put in. I like the card, but then I don't sometimes. But I'm playing a lot of dragons, and they go into the graveyard. So there have been like numerous times where I use Ref, send Dragoon or Dark Magician and Red Eyes to the graveyard. I get Dragoon on the field. And then, like, a couple turns later, I'll draw into this. And, like, say if they, kaiju my Dragoon or something, I can just banish 1 Dark Magician, 1 Red Eyes, and make another Dragoon. Or even just, like, Dark Magician to Dragon Knight or, whatever you can. But that's the only reason why I'm playing it. It's helped out a lot, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in or not, but, like, it's helped out pretty good. But I'm not going to say it's like the best card ever, but I like it. Moving onward. 1 Eternal Soul. Once again, I think 1's fine. You can recycle it with a Soul Servant, and then you can just search it with Rod if you need it. So, just 1. Playing 1 Schism. Basically, whenever you use Nadir Servant, you send, let me find them, Apcalon to the graveyard, and then you can get your Schism, and then next turn you can activate Schism, and then you can summon your Winda to, like, kind of like summon them with them. Then I'm just playing 3 Imperms. That's the only traps I'm playing. Imperms are great, so, yeah. That's it for the traps. Nothing, crazy. Extra deck. So we'll just start off with Dragoon. Playing 2 of these guys. Honestly, like, I thought about putting a 3rd one in just because of Magical Eyes. And once again, I'm running a couple different dragons, so, like, 3 actually wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest. But I'm not entirely sure. I kind of like where it's at now. I don't know exactly what I'd take out. I could take out 1 Xyz monster, but playing 1 Dark Magician Dragon Eye, just kind of good to have as a, backup if someone's playing, something with, like, a lot of back row destruction. This protects your Eternal Soul and your Circle, and I guess your Secret Village and stuff. So, nice to have him. 1 Master of Chaos. I like him a lot, especially with his banish effect and stuff. Special summon him, and then you can bring back a light or dark monster from your graveyard. And then you can tribute 1 light and dark, and then banish all face-up monsters your opponent controls. Or is it just all? Yeah, just all monsters. And then when he's destroyed or sent to the field or whatever, you can bring back a spell card. So you can bring back Secrets or, Soul Servant, whatever. So I like him. He's helped me out with, like, a lot of, like, final attacks and whatever. Because summon him, then I bring back like Dark Magician and then whatever. I actually did one time. I had Dark Magician on the field and had him, and then I brought Red Eyes back with him, and then just fusion back into another Dragoon. So yeah, App Cologne, and then Winda for the Shadal package here. She just stops your opponent from summoning more than, I think it's 2 times. Oh no, it's just once. Sorry, yeah, 1 time. So that kind of locks out like Fire Kings and whatever. 1 in Tis and then 1 Garura. Just this is, if you send this with Nadir, you can like pop a monster or a card or on the field, and then this lets you draw a card. So like if you have a really bad hand, you can send Nadir and or play Nadir, send him, and then draw 1. So for the links, I'm playing 1 Imduk, 1 Artemis. So Imduk is basically to link off to get Dark Magician in Graveyard, but he's also a dragon. So if you have secrets, you know you can get Dragoon or you can get Dragon Knight out. But I mainly use them to get Dark Magician into the graveyard. Just so I have that interruption if I have like Circle on the field. Artemis is basically just to get rid of Rod, to get him in the graveyard. So then if I have to use Eternal Soul, I can tribute her to bring Rod back. So that's the only reason I play Artemis. Playing 1 Relinquished Anima. This doesn't come up too often. I think I've only done it maybe a few times, but like it's always nice just to have that option. If somebody does, you know, put like one of their monsters, you know, in front of the link zone, and you know, if you have souls, pitch souls will link off into him and then grab their monster. So it's nice to have just in case. 1 Dark. This is basically just the link climb into Selene and then access code. Selene, basically you get spell counters for how many spells are in the graveyard and on the field, so then you can bring back an effect spellcaster, and then, sorry, that's Droll, and you can link them off into access code. So access code is just a really good thing to swing over or, you know, pop. I played just 1 Red Eyes Metal or Flare Metal Dragon. Like, I could take this out and put something else in, but ultimately I kind of dig this just in this build because like you are running a decent amount of Red Eyes cards, I should say. So like you can detach, you know, Dark Magician, bring back Red Eyes or something. So it works. The only reason like I really play it is just like for like pressure, especially like in the time. So if your opponent only has like 1,500 life points or something, and then like you play him, and then you know, end your turn, they have what 3 moves to make. If they can pop him in 3 moves, and cool. But if not, that's, you know, that's a game. So it puts a lot of pressure. Lets them think on, hey, what should I be playing? So yeah, that's the only reason why I play them. Like I said, I could probably take them out for another Dragoon or maybe like a Link Spider or something. I don't have, I mean, you can put IP in there, but I don't have an SP. Side deck, 2 Nibs, just for those, you know, crazy Fire King decks that are summoning a million times a turn. I think 2's fine. Playing 2 Cosmics, just for that banish and that, just to get rid of their stuff. Lightning Storms for kind of going second here. I did have them like in the main for a good while, but they're just better going second. This was something I was trying out. These next couple cards. I was playing Demise of the Lands. It's kind of like a janky tech here. Especially like if you don't open Secret Village, and like my deck's all about getting Dragoon and then Secret Village. This has honestly been pretty nuts for me. There have been numerous games where if I open Ref or, you know, get Dragoon out, play him, and not even Dragoon, but just like if you just have like, you know, a couple spellcasters or whatever, you have your board set up with, you know, Dark Magician and then like Rod or whatever, and Ecclesia, like you just have, and then you set this face down, then you special summon whatever, you know, and then you just flip this over, and then you just set Secret Village, and it just shuts him out. Like, this has been pretty good, honestly. And I love this card now. Traps. I am playing 3-dimensional barriers. This is great. I cited it last night. I was playing against that, new Hungry Burger deck thing, the new Veil or whatever, but I didn't get to see it. I cited 3 of them in, and I didn't see it, but that would have been like a stop to basically their deck. But I think this is pretty decent. It just sucks it doesn't do links, but everything else, I know a lot of people playing Barone and stuff still. So, and then we had one person playing like Cashier the other week, so this shuts out the Shangri-La, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember what it's called. Only 2 evenlies. I honestly haven't been citing this in a whole lot. I honestly don't know why. It just hasn't gotten to the point where I felt like, oh, I really need to put this in. But like, I like keeping the option just in case if I just have a feeling like I'm just gonna have a really crappy hand to begin with, or if I'm going second and I just know they're gonna set up their board. So like I said, I just like keeping the option open for evenly match. And then one of my favorite trap cards ever, Skill Drain. I love this card. This card mixed with like Secret Village is nuts. You know, you got your Dark Magician on the field. They can't activate their spell cards, and then they can't activate effects. So Skill Drain is like, I might want to try to swing 3 in here somehow. I don't know if I want to take out like 1 more dimensional barrier, but I don't think I will. But I love Skill Drain, so shuts out pretty much any deck anymore. But that's my profile. Let me know what you guys think. I'm probably gonna, after last night, I'm probably gonna go ahead and see like what I can do to tweak this and make it a little more better. But other than that, I will catch you guys later, and thanks for watching. Thanks, bye.